Did you know that a single session with ChatGPT uses about 10 times more electricity than a standard Google search? Now imagine that multiplied by hundreds of millions of users every single day. We are in the middle of an AI revolution, but there is a hidden cost that nobody is talking about. By 2027, AI data centers could consume as much energy as an entire country the size of the Netherlands. I am talking about the massive, mind-boggling energy consumption of artificial intelligence, and what it means for our planet. If you want to understand the biggest challenge facing the AI industry today, stick around because this is going to blow your mind. And before we dive in, hit that subscribe button so you do not miss our deep dives into the technology shaping our future. Artificial intelligence is changing everything. From generating art to writing code to driving cars, AI is transforming how we live and work. But here is the truth that tech companies do not want you to think about. Every single AI model, every chatbot response, every generated image requires an enormous amount of computing power. And that computing power requires electricity. Lots of it. In this video, we are going to break down exactly how much energy AI consumes, why it is a growing crisis, and what the industry is doing to solve it before it is too late. Let us start with some numbers that will make your jaw drop. Training a single large language model like GPT-4 consumed an estimated 50 gigawatt-hours of electricity. That is enough to power over 4,000 American homes for an entire year. But training is just the beginning. Every time you use an AI tool, that is called inference, and inference is where the real energy drain happens. According to the International Energy Agency, AI data centers could consume over 1,000 terawatt-hours of electricity by 2026. To put that in perspective, that is roughly 10% of the entire world's electricity generation. One single AI model query uses about 0.3 watt-hours compared to just 0.003 watt-hours for a standard Google search. That is 100 times more energy per query. And with tools like ChatGPT racking up over 1 billion monthly users, those queries add up fast. Here is the problem. Not all electricity is created equal. A huge portion of the world's energy still comes from fossil fuels. When you run an AI model in a data center powered by coal or natural gas, you are directly contributing to carbon emissions. Researchers at the University of Massachusetts Amherst found that training just one large AI model can emit over 626,000 pounds of carbon dioxide. That is nearly 5 times the lifetime emissions of an average American car. Tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon are now scrambling to build more data centers than ever before. Microsoft alone announced they will spend over $50 billion on AI data center infrastructure this year. The existing electrical grid in many countries simply cannot handle the load. In Northern Virginia, the world's largest data center market, the local utility had to pause new data center connections because the grid simply could not support them. This is not a future problem. This is happening right now. If you are enjoying this deep dive, smash the like button and subscribe for more eye-opening tech analysis. But here is the good news. The AI industry knows it has a massive energy problem, and the smartest engineers on the planet are working on solutions. First, there is a huge push toward powering data centers with renewable energy. Google has pledged to run all of its data centers on carbon-free energy by 2030. They are building massive solar farms and wind installations specifically to power their AI operations. Amazon Web Services is now the largest corporate purchaser of renewable energy in the world with over 500 solar and wind projects globally. But renewables alone are not enough because the sun does not always shine and the wind does not always blow. That is why companies are also looking at next-generation nuclear power. Microsoft recently signed a deal to restart a reactor at 3 Mile Island to power their AI data centers. Small modular reactors, or SMRs, are becoming a hot topic because they can provide constant, carbon-free power around the clock. NVIDIA, the company making the chips powering most AI models, is designing their next generation of processors to be dramatically more energy efficient. Their new Blackwell architecture promises 25 times better energy efficiency for AI inference compared to previous generations. Companies are also getting creative with cooling. Traditional data centers use massive air conditioning systems that consume huge amounts of power just to keep servers from overheating. Now, companies like Microsoft are experimenting with underwater data centers, submerging servers in liquid coolant, and even building data centers in the Arctic for natural cooling. There is also a new approach called sparsity, where AI models learn to use fewer neurons for each task. By making models themselves more efficient, the same AI capability can run on a fraction of the hardware. DeepMind developed the compute optimization framework that automatically finds the most energy-efficient way to run AI workloads, achieving 30 to 40% energy reduction for some models. So what does all this mean for the average person? First, the cost of using AI is going to go down as efficiency improves. More efficient models mean cheaper API calls, which means more affordable AI tools for everyone. Second, your electricity bills could be affected. In regions with heavy data center concentration, local utilities are raising rates to fund grid upgrades. Some experts predict residential electricity rates could increase by 10 to 20% in data center heavy areas over the next 5 years. Third, the choices tech companies make right now about powering their AI will determine the environmental impact for decades to come. As consumers, we have more power than we think. Choosing AI services committed to renewable energy sends a clear signal to the market. Every time you pick a green AI provider over one that relies on fossil fuels, you are voting for a cleaner future. So there you have it. The AI energy crisis is real, it is massive, and it is happening right now. But solutions are emerging. From renewable-powered data centers to next-generation nuclear to hyper-efficient chips, the industry is racing to solve its own energy problem. The question is whether they can scale these solutions fast enough. If you found this video valuable, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss our next deep dive. Also check out our video on AI and climate change for more on how technology is both helping and hurting our planet. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.